Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of The Scorched, issue number 3, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. We begin this issue in the rural area in Ukraine, where the man called Soul Crusher makes his base. For years, he has tinkered weapons here, developed weapons able to destroy otherworldly beings on our planet. And as of late, he began drafting young, abandoned, and vulnerable teenage kids into his fight. Natasha and Odessa from issues number 1 and 2. Old man tells Soul Crusher, "You failed." The guy tells him, "No, your plan failed, and Odessa got killed because of it. We need another path if we're going to win. So we should make them an offer." And I believe he's talking about making the Hell Spawns an offer. It's a traitorous alliance. It's a way to survive. He backhands him, and this guy gets pissed. And the old man's like, "No, fighting with these monsters is my life work. You come empty-handed, no plague, no vial, nothing." And this guy's like, "Touch me again, and I'll break your hand." You killed Odessa, and now Natasha has plagues, quills in her body. Don't you get it? We're on the run because you're losing the touch of how powerful the enemy has become, old man. And we get all these pictures and portraits of these flashbacks telling the story. Spawn hasn't stood idle by doing nothing. He's recruiting, building an army, doing things you used to do, old man. Every night you told us, you trained us how to prepare against the forces of good and evil. Well, they're here. All those monsters you talked about, they mobilized. You said you free us from their influence. That was your goal. And the guy's like, "That is still my goal. It's why we let you experiment on us, because we still want to earth free from angels and demons. Well, now I know what I must do." Old man's like, you don't have the will to do what needs to be done. And Soul Crusher's like, "You're wrong. I learned for the best." Sergey! Oh, so that's his real name. That's right. It is his real name. Sergey! That's Soul Crusher. And he burns the old man alive. And he has his map, this GPS, and he's like, "We need help, Natasha. Go get what's inside of you out, or find a way to use it." Thus setting Natasha and Sergey on a collision course with those they may need to join or they may need to destroy, which is the Scorched. And they're on the Black Flag, the Jet, the Raven from the previous issue. And their new mission is they have to extract Reaper and lay waste to everything else. If we're lucky, we'll find clues on how to return and get you guys to our own time, because Gunslinger wants to go back to his time. So does Medieval. So inside the Raven, Medieval Spawn and the Redeemer, they have this ball that they got to push out the plane. So they push the ball out the plane, but Medieval pushes the ball too hard, and now he's in a free fall. What is inside that ball, by the way? And we're gonna find out soon enough. And Gunslinger Spawn tells Ruby, "Don't save him yet. Give him a few seconds. Might teach the boy a lesson." So in the building, which I presume where the ball's gonna be dropped into, the building they say they house is a dead, a bone palace, which centuries ago was used by the church to interrogate enemies, where screams still reverberate in shadowed halls. Now we see this guy getting his blood pumped dry by what are the shit are those things right there with the wings? They look hideous. Now it appears a hero named Reaper is they're pumping his blood dry. They're pumping his blood dry. The body, I don't know what the hell those are. This body courses with anti-spawn blood. Drain all of it. All of it must be removed. Keep him awake. Don't allow him to go into shock. The buyer is using it for fuel. He can't have it tainted. If we keep it pure, the dead zones will finally be open and we can return to our Heavenly Father. Oh, so these are angels that are starved. No God to sustain them, so they lost their once glorious beauty. Reaper's heart suddenly stops, and with its mind spirals away, and we go into a flashback, I presume, where he wakes up. "Where am I?" And she spawns like, "In Japan, of course, on a mission with me. Remember? We found what we needed. The Spawn called me back. You said you can handle the rest," says she Spawn. "Why? Why did you lie, Eddie?" He noticed it. He tells himself he should have heard, and this is a callback to Spawn issue number 309. But he allowed himself to give in to his instincts. It was a fleeting moment of admiration for She Spawn's physical beauty. Is that She Spawn right there? Oh gosh, hail to the dog. Seconds that by acting like that, a human distracting him, making him forget why they had come to Japan in the first place. I was just gonna wonder, why were you in Japan? And because he acted like a normal person, he is now a prisoner. Debris falls into his eye instead of a needle. Reaper, snapping Reaper back to the present. A crack in the roof breaks open, the roof splits, in comes Medieval Spawn. "You cut into my body centuries ago. Tell God he'll not touch another one of us." And I'm not sure they're gonna give a damn if Reaper dies or not. So the bomb drops in and it opens up. And the angels that look hideous are like, "Your weapon has failed you." Red, menacing eyes sissing open. No, Instead, it's about to reveal something much worse than an explosion. Now, the Angel's appendages begin to contort and twist. They turn into guns, and they start blasting away at Plauge Spawn. The real reason why the heroes went to Russia. He's a machine of murder and death that the Scorched hunted, captured, and now unleashed upon God's agents. The firepower they unleashed upon him, it's useless against him. Plauge Spawn has no logic, no reason, just devastation. So Jessica's commanding Redeemer and the gang to keep going for these guys are your specialty. Lead the way. Without God, these angels are cowards because they lost their beauty and they're weak. Where's the boy, says Medieval Spawn. Where's Reaper? There, by Plague. And Plague is just overlooking Reaper, and dude, this guy looks like he's about to do something. But Plague is like, with no other angels alive, the creature, Plauge Spawn, still needs a new host. Reaper's just another angel to him. So they get ready to withdraw their gun and they get ready to kill him. But like all diseases, Plague needs a body to spread its sickness, a body to build off of, a body to kill while making itself stronger. And before they can unleash fire, Plauge Spawn goes to work on Redeemer, and Pie Face's Gunslinger Spawn. Medieval Spawn tries to go in, and they're fighting carefully, and just like, kill it before it bonds to Reaper. Eddie must live. Redeemer knows that the fact is vital to everyone standing in this room, for he has a sense of what is to come. For Reaper has a destiny to save the lives of those Redeemer cannot. But first, Eddie Frank has to live. A blast goes in, therefore demobilizing Plauge Spawn. Miraculously, Plauge Spawn is suddenly dropped to his knees and stunned unconscious before he gets 10 feet. So this brother was growing. This is some insane power. So Natasha tells him, along with Soul Crusher, listen, my boss has an offer he wants to make. And Soul Crusher's like, I don't know. They can't get past their arrogance. Gunster's like, that's right. We're not interested in your damn offer. And She Spawn's like, I don't bargain with a gun pointed at me. So Natasha's like, you're wrong. That thing he shot, it's in me. It's quills. They're changing me, and he can help because he's not the man you met before. So he removes his mask and he introduces himself. My name is Sergi, the original Soul Crusher, who worked with Black Flag trying to extract your symbiotes from you, thinking you were Earth's enemies, not those you fight. And Gunster's like, man, we're wasting our time with this bull jive. She Spawn wants to hear him out. The other Soul Crusher, for years he trained us. We heard him talk all about you. Heard the partners he had deals with he made. You're right. They want to destroy you. We don't. We rather give you what you want instead. Instead of fighting, why don't we help each other get what we want? Because others are building machines to open the dead zones, I believe they'll actually blow up the planet instead, says Sergi. So what's your offer? Sergi's like, help me save Natasha, and I'll make it so no one else is ever a victim of this vileness again. And you get to leave here, go back to your real homes, your families where people are missing you, where they need you. Leave Earth to the humans. Let us control our own destinies, devoid of heaven or hell's interference. And everyone wants to go back, and this appeals to everyone. So Sergi's like, questions? Lots. But one for now. How were you able to take out Plauge Spawn so easily? Well, I'll tell you. Because that's not Plauge Spawn. If it were, we all be dead. And that's where we end this issue of The Scorched, issue number 3. Oh God, mystery, but I love the story moving forward. And personally, I enjoy the fact that Spawn is not in this issue, at least not yet. Though I would love to see a crossover with Hunt. I love how it highlights these guys coming together and what they all want, and She Spawn taking command. I think this is a really awesome read. Link in description if you want to add this comic book to your comic book collection. With that being said, The Scorched, issue number 3. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy and don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.